in a few days, you know, and then they can hold the Hoodoo jewel box in their hand and see what we've been talking about, what the artwork that you admire so much, and the band's photographs, so they can see how we look, how we've aged like old red wine, like good red wine.
Well, speaking of, you're speaking of the fans getting the jewel case in hand and actually experiencing the album, which I'm sure that you're like me. I miss the days of the 12-inch record, which was always such a gift from the band to have this big thing that you could hold, and now you've got
I loved it.
I loved albums.
Yeah.
But nowadays, of course, you know, you have this tremendous, powerful tool, the Internet, in which many cases people will get an album and all they get is the music. They don't get any of the accompanying things like the jewel case with its presentation. Do you think
that's the pity? That's the pity.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you think this is a good thing, because to me,
no.
You just miss out on so much when you don't have the full
exactly.
thing.
Yeah, I mean, vinyl, the 12-inch vinyl was the best because that was big enough to see it from across the room. And now we have the CD which you have to put on your reading glasses to read the lyrics. In fact, we printed our lyrics a little larger in order to, for grufties like me, not to go looking for glasses, just to, you know, reading glasses just to read the lyrics. But you're right, you know, my kids, they walk around with iPods and there's no CD covers or album covers, or only a few, not that many. And I realized that when they buy a CD, then it's because the music really means something to them.
Right.
And it's like, it's more personal when you can hold the thing, see the picture, look at the artists, you know, how the artists look, what they're wearing, where they are, and what they're doing, what kind of type of people they are, more or less from the picture, and read the lyrics and all the other information about contacts, record company, management, and so on and so forth. You know, even the running time of a particular song. I think it's more personal, and it really feeds the urge, our instinct of being a collector. You know, human beings are born collectors, and it comes probably from the early days when we used to go collecting berries and whatever in order to survive the winter.
What do you see, kind of a pro-con question here, what do you see as the high point or the crowning moment in Krokus's history?
The crowning moment? Well, I think, and as I told you before, that Headhunter in 1983 was the zenith of the band's career as far as record sales and the number 24 placing in the Billboard chart and platinum, and that is the material side of it, you know. I guess the band really started living and really enjoying and kicking ass as soon as we arrived in the USA, and we were awestruck. We went with Sammy Hagar the first time round, and I remember the first gig in Fresno. I sat backstage looking out at the fans, I was amazed, and how nice, well-behaved, kind of, the whole vibe. Because before, I'd only seen this kind of thing on the Woodstock album cover and on certain, films.
Right.
And to actually be in the USA where so much happened, we thought this is the country to be in. This is a country made by God for music. The population is so music oriented that we feel so welcome there. And this was after a time. I mean, in Europe, sometimes okay, I know basically everywhere in the world, if you had long hair, you got treated like a piece of shit in some places,
Right.
And there are a lot of conservative people in Switzerland. Luckily, they're not the majority, so it really felt like freedom, Plus, we didn't have to go through border checks from one state to the next, and we didn't have to change our currency, and suddenly life started to make sense, and we had 8 good years of it.
The band is Krokus. They're back and like fine wine, better than ever. The new album's Hoodoo, 11 tunes which rock out from start to finish. Marc Storace, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to set the record straight, reminisce a bit, and even wax philosophic. What can I say? This is a dream come true for a fan like myself. It's been an honor and a privilege. I'd also like to thank Peter Welty, the head of Krokus's U.S. management, and Dana Gordon with Independent Music Media for their assistance in putting this interview together. This is Tom Kofer, HeavyMetalHog.com. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Rock on. We'll see you later.